Great pleasure to be here. It's great to see lots of familiar faces and have lots of support walking around the show today. Special hello to the Caramel Special Forces guys over there. I'm just going to say a few words about my experiences of using all the stuff that you make every year. There's kind of equipment and clothing that get people, novice, basically rubbish climbers and outdoor enthusiasts like me, to the top of crazy big mountains. So I woke up one morning a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, with a dream to climb Everest. And other people wake up one morning and decide they're going to climb Kilimanjaro, or they're going to run the Marathon des Sables, or they're going to do the 3 Peaks Challenge. Whatever it is, there's often a moment when we go, that's going to be what I do next. And like a lot of people, I went into one of those big, fantastic, gleaming outdoor shops for the first time. If you're not into the outdoors, you've never to go into one. I can remember going into one of these big branded stores once and just looking at all this gleaming kit on show and thinking, wow, what is this whole new world that I know nothing about? It was just completely alien to me, looking at all this shiny equipment. But also, when I picked it up and worked out exactly what I needed, it showed me how much opportunity there was out there. My helmet that I bought was going to mean that I could climb outdoors. My ice axe I was going to use on a Lhotse face in Everest. And my crampons were going to take me up to the summit of Mount Everest. And all that kind of kit was opportunity. It was the gateway to this whole different world that I was about to enter into. It's so exciting. And I'm sure for anyone who's embarking on a challenge, going and buying all that stuff for the first time, that's the thing. These bits of equipment that they're going to invest in is the stuff that makes these dreams come true. But, despite all this, and despite my best intentions to get as much money out of my dad as I could to buy all this stuff, I had no money as a student. I went up to the Himalayas for the first time a few years ago, 8,000 metre peak, wearing university hoodies, the cheap ones you get from joining societies and stuff. I thought that'll keep me warm. It did a good job down the pub. And also a pair of trainers that were so terrible, I left them outside my tent one day, but a Sherpa picked them up and threw them away. I assumed he'd taken them and given them to his family or something, or his wife. I said, oh, you can have them if you want. He said, God no, I threw them away, Benita, they were that bad. So you can sort of see the kind of kit that I started climbing mountains with. Finally for Everest, I got all that stuff sorted, and standing at the bottom of that huge mountain, the overwhelming feeling of what I was about to undertake, I was faced with the opportunity to actually achieve my dream, and knowing that the risk was so high, I could fail, I could lose my life. And all of that was kind of quite overwhelming. But knowing that small things like having the best kit on the market, knowing that my down suit was going to keep me alive at -30 in the death zone, knowing that my boots were going to stop me from getting frostbite to a certain extent, that was a great comfort. And I'm sure that most people that go out into the outdoors are really comforted knowing that they're using sophisticated and up-to-date modern kit. It makes me also appreciate the mountaineers from years ago, 70 years ago, 80 years ago, Mallory, climbing Everest in hobnail boots and tweed jackets. Stuff that we have today, still, these big mountains are hard to climb. So I respect even more using this fantastic kit, what they would have done years ago. So finally, people always want to know, what's it like to stand on the top of the highest point on Earth? It's just a big sense of relief. There's no jumping up and down and hugging anyone. You're just knackered. And the view was awful. We could have been in Wales, so can't really talk about that either. It was cloudy, basically, overcast day. When I left the summit, I looked back at it, and I knew that I'd never see that patch of snow again. And I thought, why is it so special? Why is that piece of snow so special? What makes it special? If you get a helicopter up to the summit of Everest right now, step out onto the top of the world, wouldn't really mean much. It's all the effort, really, all the hardship and the failure and setbacks that you overcome, people telling you you're mad and you're blonde, you can't climb Everest, overcoming all of that rubbish, and not giving up and getting to the top of the world. That's why it's important to stand at those places. And people that do all sorts of different challenges in the outdoors all feel the same. When they complete their challenge, it's not the fact that they're standing there, it's the fact that they've gone through so much to get to that point. So the world is becoming a much smaller place. but people's dreams are getting bigger. Everyday people are going off and doing crazy things in remote places, and it's the kit that you make that allows us to do that. People like me to go and fulfill our wildest dreams. And as long as you guys keep being innovative and being the sophisticated industry that you are, anything is possible for us. So it's a great celebration tonight of everything that's been created in the past year. I'm looking forward to giving out the awards. Got some great stuff on the show. Thank you all for coming, and I shall leave it there. You can carry on having a drink. Thank you.
Well, we're talking of fantastic kit. Now let's talk about the finalists of the Novelle Awards 2011. First of all, we've got 6 categories this year, and also we had over 100 entries in all 6 categories. That's the most amount of entries that we've ever had. In the accessories category, the finalists were Ultra Sport for the Contour camera, Lion for the Pedestal Lynx crampon, and Whitby & Co. for the Geigerig 2-litre hydration engine.
And the winner is Whitby & Co. Geigerig 2-litre hydration engine.
That's backpacks and travel luggage. The finalists were Oasis for the Outwell Wayfarer, Vaude for the Wallaby, and Whitby & Co. for the Geigerig Rig 500.
And the winner is Vaude, the Wallaby.
Yes, 2 years in a row. In the camping equipment category, the finalists were Lion for the Exped Down Mat Ultralight, Lion for its Jetboil Crunch It, and Rosker for the Primus Omnilight TI.
And the winner is Lion Jetboil Crunch It.
Finalists were Horizon for the Merino Trekker sock, Cozy Kids for the soft shell jacket and trousers, and Timberland for the Mountain Athletics aligned jacket.
The winner is Cozy Kids soft shell jacket and trousers.
Timberland for the Mountain Athletics Light Trace Mid, and Wolverine for the Pulsar ICS Low Cut.
And the winner is the Technica Diablo Max.
Winning team.
And the final category is sleeping bags. The three finalists were Arc Group for the Nordisk Bearing, Life Mark for the Life Venture Downlight 900, I think that is, and Snug Pack for the Chrysalis.
And the winner is the Snug Pack Chrysalis.
This question a few times over the last few days. Who are the judges? Well, we're not going to tell you until tomorrow. The judges have all given their time. I'd like to thank them for giving up the time to judge over 100 entries. They're made up of a mixture of trade and consumer journalists and retailers. And finally, we move on to the product of the year. This is the overall winner from all 6 categories. There is only one product of the year, and it is...
The winner is